So guys and girls, so in this video I want to talk about keeping cool when the weather gets hot. Now, one of the good things about living where I'm living is I live in the woods. So today it's supposed to get around about 28 degrees. About 28 degrees. Or 28 Celsius. Being in a wooded area like this, it feels a lot cooler than 28 degrees or Celsius. A hell of a lot cooler. So I know that when I leave here and I go to places where there's concrete, I know it's going to be about 28, 29 degrees, or it's going to feel like 28, 29 degrees. In here, it feels a hell of a lot cooler. So if you can, I know that we can't because we all got a life and jobs and families and so on and so forth. But if you show your day off and you're feeling a little bit hot, take your family to a wooded area, New Forest, like a wooded area, and spend as long as you can, the hottest part of the day, I might add, in the woods. Take some food, take some drink, and just spend a day in the woods. Because it's a hell of a lot cooler than anywhere else, than a town or city. Now, if you don't have the pleasure of coming into a wooded area, I'm quite lucky. I live in a town where 90% of the area that I live in is wooded area. There's only 95% of where I live that have houses, and where I live is pretty much, what I'm trying to say is, where I live is pretty much in the middle of nowhere in the UK. I live in the UK, by the way, guys. I have wooded areas on my doorstep all year round. Obviously, they're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to get up and walk off, go somewhere else in the winter months. So I've got this on my doorstep all year round. And in the summertime, best place to be. Now, what I'm about to tell you is best to do it between the hours of 11 a.m. between 11 hours of 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Reason being, because that is the hottest part of the day. No matter where you live in the UK or anywhere in the world, the hottest part is between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. So if you can, try and get yourself in the shade, try and get yourself in a wooded area, try and get yourself indoors, get yourself indoors in front of a fan, those kind of things, which we've been have been doing for a very long time now here in the UK. Just get out the sun between those hours. The other thing, drink loads of water throughout the day. So throughout the day, drink as much water as you can. The key to know whether you're hydrated in hot weather is that your pee or your urine should be clear. So it should look like water that you just drank. If it has any colour to your urine, say like yellow or orange, or some cases if you're really dehydrated, bright orange, is your body telling you need more water. Okay, so I'm not talking about the first toilet that you go to when you wake up in the morning, because that is always going to be yellow or orange. I'm talking about throughout the day. Has any colour to it, drink more water. That's your body telling you. Now, with water, it will control or regulate your core body temperature. It will allow you to sweat, and we all know that sweat helps your body cool down, so on and so forth. And get in the shade, get indoors, get in the shade, get out of the sun. The other thing is clothing. Now, I wear a bandana spring, summer, maybe autumn if autumn is warm. I wear bandanas, and I've got all colours of bandanas. Now, good thing about this bandana, it's UV protective. So if I wear this, I'm bald. I have no hair at all. I'm as bald as a chicken. So having this, my head won't get sunburnt. So what I tend to do with this bandana is I get it wet and I wear it like you would a bandana. And I'll tell you the reasons why later. But I get this bandana wet and I wear it and I put it on normally. You can also buy yourself a scarf. When I say scarf, I'm not talking about a winter scarf that keeps you warm. I'm talking about a very thin, light scarf. Now, normally women wear these kind of, I think they call them shawls. I think they call them. Anyway, I'm not a woman, so I wouldn't know about women's clothing. But it's very thin piece of material. Okay. Again, you can get this wet, and you can put it around your head, your neck area. You can even put it around your shoulders as well. So your head, your neck, your shoulders. This is big enough to put it around your head, put it around your neck, and put it around your shoulders. It's big enough. But obviously, we're men. We're manly. We're not supposed to do things like that. We're men. But you can. In hot weather, you can get both these items wet, put them around your head, your neck area, and it will cool you down. Now, I don't have one on me. Like I said, I do. I'm wearing one right now. I'm not going to take it off. I don't want to scare the wildlife. And if you see my previous video, there is a sheep running around scared anyway. I'm not going to take my t-shirt off and scare the poor creature even more. Like I said, I'm a large man. I don't want to scare the wildlife any more than they already are. But again, with your t-shirt, you can take your t-shirt off, get it wet. I'm not talking about dripping wet. I'm talking about a little bit wet. Right? I'm not talking about dripping. I'm talking about damp. Okay? You can take your t-shirt off, get that wet. You can go as far as getting your shorts or your trousers wet. I wouldn't recommend doing it if you got jeans. If you're wearing jeans, I wouldn't recommend wearing jeans. Getting your jeans wet, I should say. Do not get your jeans wet because they're heavy anyway. But if you're wearing shorts or any other material that is not made out of jeans, you can get those wet as well. And you can get your underwear if you wanted to. You can get that wet. But again, that is for what I would say more extreme heat. Here in the UK, yeah, it gets hot. We just had two heat waves that went over 35 Celsius or 35 degrees. And it got hot. It was humid as well, and it got hot, and it got silly. It was silly hot. And I got my t-shirt wet, got my hat wet, worked like a treat. I didn't have to get my shorts wet. It worked like a dream. Now, reason why I say get your clothing wet, especially if you're working outside. Now, if you're working outside, like here where I live, it's a National Trust forest. I'm surrounded by National Trust forests. So there are people out here, or there should be people out here, maintaining the forests, cutting back trees and all that kind of stuff. So if you're working outside, working in the forest or a wooded area, or you're a builder, or you're just working outside, don't matter what you're doing, if you're working outside, get your t-shirt wet, wear a bandana, get your bandana wet. As I'm talking about this, the wind is picking up, and that is what I kind of want. So the breeze, the wind, will blow across that wet t-shirt, that wet bandana, and it will feel cold against your skin in hot weather. Yeah, so what I'm saying to you is you'll feel colder wearing a wet t-shirt or wet bandana. You'll feel cold. Now, not to the point where you think, oh, I need to put a jumper on, but it's going to feel nice. It's going to be one of those, I feel nice, cold. In hot, nice, not ice, nice, cold in this 38 degree weather. It's going to feel nice. And again, I would do it between the hours of 11 AM to 4 PM. It will lower, I wouldn't say it'll lower your core temperature, but it'll lower your body temperature to a more comfortable level, so you won't feel as hot or as irritable. And that's the other thing, you won't feel irritable. Okay, so put your t-shirt on, your wet t-shirt, your wet bandana or your wet scarf, drink loads of water, and you're going to have more of a better time in hot weather than the person that's not getting their t-shirt wet, if that makes sense. If you're indoors, it doesn't really matter, you just sit in front of the fan, or if you're lucky enough to have AC, just have the AC on. You'll feel a lot more comfortable. What else? So the other thing about wearing wet clothing or damp clothing is that because it will lower your body temperature down a little, is not a little bit, not a lot, a little bit, you stop sweating. So the water that you're drinking will stay within your body, so your body will stay hydrated. Okay, it will stay hydrated. Now, you probably have heard in the past about people sorry, I don't have to crouch down. So you probably heard people saying that they feel dehydrated, or in worst case scenario, they rush to hospital, or they've been rushed to hospital because they passed out because they're dehydrated. Wearing a wet t-shirt and obviously drinking water slows down dehydration. Because basically you stop sweating, you slow down dehydration. It stops hyperthermia. Hyper means high body temperature. It slows down hypothermia. It slows down sweating. It lowers not your core body temperature, but it slows down your body temperature down by a few degrees. Put in the fact that you're drinking water as well, helps with that hydration and hypothermia. So that is my main tips I can give you at the moment when it comes to hot climate and being outside in hot weather. If you've got no choice to get out the sun, that's my main 3 tips. So let me summarise for you. Drink loads of water. So let me start from the beginning. Let me summarise for you. If you're outside, working outside, sun, especially between the hours of 11 AM to 4 PM. Drink loads of water. If you can, get your clothing wet. Not dripping wet, but wet. Like damp wet. Yeah. I think that's it. So stay out the sun between 11 and 4. Drink loads of water. Get some of your clothing wet or damp, and you'll have a better experience. And if you can, spend time in the woods. Get out of the sun. Spend some time in the woods. Especially on your days off, you'll have more of a better experience in hot weather. Thank you all for watching. I hope you find this a little bit interesting and a little bit helpful, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.